Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse, too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
With jet sweep pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Hold it. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Spins away with great balance. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Ball is at the 8-yard line as they try to open the scoring. It's 1st and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Mississippi State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. He'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
They knock him down right there. Mississippi State right back to the line. To the air, it's Bland. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They'll throw it on first down. Wide open downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. To the ground with the back. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldog. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the right. building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most...
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Little touch pass to the receiver. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum, but unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leiter, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Northwestern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback now breaking the field. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking downfield, it's Bland. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out to be able to find the penalty. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Get that touchdown right before the half. Build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do, kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the handoff. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense playing a bail technique. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Starkville. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He makes the catch. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If someone's not quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen to the football.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And what you're talking about on defense is speed. Penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with him. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Still on his feet at the 45. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Looking for room at the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the ground. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to... And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Let's see how much they can get on 2nd and 9 from the 20. Looking to throw, it's Bland. Unleashes it on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to get to him. Makes a connection. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Purdue is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 27 over San Diego State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Bland. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. Ran through the contact. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 30. kid wide open ahead. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Bland. He's right on target. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
A 10-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.